Welcome to the channel. This is Coach Charles on Kick on Sports. Now, football is becoming very, very competitive, and so is the pressure on the managers. The managers are under bloody big pressure, and there is no good day to talk about this than today because, hey, there are 10 managers in world soccer that are under immense pressure just to perform. They need to deliver. They need to make sure that they achieve something. This may be due to a number of factors, including the countries they serve in, the players they've been availed to, the positions they have been taking, and their previous successes that makes them really under pressure. And that is why this video is basically based on 10 coaches who are under immense pressure. You will not believe who is on number one. And this is going to be a two-part series where we are going to discuss these 10 managers. So the first part, we're going to talk about number 10 to number 6, then from number 5 to number 1 on the next series. Now, if you're new to this channel, consider subscribing because yes, we need that subscription. We need it, and we need it so that we can be able to grow this channel. Now, there are a lot of managers out there that are under pressure, and you will not believe who is on number 6. This is a guy that has won the Champions League. He's now a coach for a country down in Africa where pressure is real. Now, I'll get back to that. Now, on number 10, we have the coach for Bayern Munich, Hansi Flick. Now, Hansi Flick is one of those successful managers in world football. In fact, this guy has won almost everything that he desires to win, except when he went to become German coach. That is where his good vibe just went down. But after leaving the German national team and joining Barcelona, Hansi Flick has been doing one of the best jobs in Europe. He's been doing one of the best jobs in Europe at Barcelona. He's made sure that Barcelona is back winning games, and they're winning in style. They're playing some really interesting football. But the most dangerous thing about this Hansi Flick coach is that he loves the high line. Barcelona tends to take such a high line that when a counter comes, you guys better be running. So Hansi Flick is under pressure. Why are we talking about this? Because this guy has beaten Real Madrid 4 times in the 2024-2025 season. 4 times. So it means that he has to beat Real Madrid again in the season 2025-2026. For him to achieve anything that he has achieved this season, he has to beat Real Madrid. And he has to prove to the world that he is not only a Spanish winner, he can also win in Europe. Because remember, he was eliminated by Inter Milan in a game that had so many goals. That high line, Inter Milan really exploited it. So this is a pressure cooker of a situation for Hansi Flick, and he has to deliver. Now, at number 9, we have Ten Hag, Erik Ten Hag. Now, this guy came to Manchester United after winning a lot of things with Ajax, in the Netherlands. But joining Manchester United, this is a club that pressure is born there. That is where pressure is born. It is brewed and cooked at Manchester United. I don't know whether you believe me, because when Erik Ten Hag came, the pomp and color, the imagination, the desire, everyone thought this guy is going to deliver the Holy Grail, But what happened? Erik Ten Hag only won 2 cups. The cups he won were important for Manchester United because they had not won much during a long period of time. 6 years, Manchester United had not won anything. They won the Carabao Cup, they won the FA Cup, Erik Ten Hag delivered those cups. But what happened to the season 2024-2025? His stock went down. He brought players that United are struggling to offload at the moment. So the question is he going to deliver at Bayern Leverkusen? Remember, he's replacing Alonso, Xavi Alonso, who's done. In fact, he won the league the other time unbeaten. He was number 2 last season. He's in the Champions League. So Erik Ten Hag has to prove to the world that he's not just an Ajax coach. He can do it in bigger environments, in bigger leagues. That is why the pressure is up there for Erik Ten Hag. And Manchester United fans are following everywhere he goes because we want to know, this guy, can he do it? Can he be able to deliver what promise that he showed? Because, hey, you got to do it, Then at number 8, we have Christian Chivu. This guy replaced the Inter Milan coach. You know, he is under a lot of pressure. You know, he has a group of players that are used to playing a five at the back, and he's not that kind of coach. He was at the Club World Cup where they did not perform well. You know, he's replacing a coach Inzaghi that has achieved so much, has taken Inter Milan to the Champions League finals, semi-finals, quarter-finals, who has won the Italian league. So he has to really prove that he's not just a wonder coach who's come in and is not able to deliver much. And the pressure in Italy is never a joke. It is a pressure cooker, that place. So he has to show that he's able to do this. So Christian Chivu is under immense pressure. He has to deliver. And the players that he has, some of them are aging. Some of them have not been playing. Some of them are good. Other clubs are looking at them. So he has to make sure that he's able to achieve something with Inter Milan. You know, he has to achieve something. Remember, Milan missed on the Champions League final. They lost big, and they lost the Scudetto to Napoli. They lost the Italian Cup. So he has to bring some stock back. So Christian Chivu, your work is cut out. Now, if you're loving what we are talking about, give me a comment. Yeah? And if you're new to the channel, click on the subscribe button, because yes, I still insist, we need that subscription. Now, at number 7, Enzo Maresca, the Chelsea coach. Now, why am I saying this guy is under pressure? This guy has been entrusted with so many good players, so many of them that other clubs are just envying him. You know, a club like Chelsea being able to sign 6 new players in a season, almost 7, they're working on the 8th, you know, and they have to achieve something. Yes, last season they did so well, you know. They won the Conference League, they have qualified for the Champions League, and they won the Club World Cup. These are world champions. That is what they say. But they have to start winning something in the Premier League. So the pressure is on this coach to be able to blend all these new toys that he's been given. Expensive toys, players who are good, young, you know, who are ambitious. And he has also to offload many of them because the club has so many players at their disposal. So Enzo Maresca is under a lot of pressure. He has to prove that last season was not just a mistake. Because, you know, you cannot have 2 teams playing the Champions League and the league like he did in the Conference League. You cannot do that because the Champions League, the format has changed. It is a league format, and the players, the teams that is going to meet are big players. So there is no room for juggling players. He has to make sure that the team that he has, the young boys that he has at his disposal, are able to play. Now, there is this one coach, this former Champions League winner, who is at number 6, that is under immense pressure, more than the guys I've just talked about. Can you guess who? Just guess who? He's a Champions League winner. He's a former Manchester United coach. He comes from down south. Can you guess who this guy is? Now, if you're able to guess, give me a like. You know, if you're able to guess, if you have not subscribed, click on the subscribe button. Benni McCarthy. Now, coaching the Kenya national team is not something that anyone does so easily. This is a country that is chaotic. This is a country that is crazy. We have a generation that is mad, fearless, outspoken, pushy, opinionated, knowledgeable. You know, this is a generation that is not like any other generation, and we call them the Gen Zs in Kenya. And these guys will make Benni McCarthy know that he is not here for a holiday. You know, he is not here for a holiday whatsoever, because the pressure is going to be under is not going to be unbelievable. It's going to be big pressure. He has to deliver. Remember, Kenya are hosting CHAN Championship. Kenya are hosting Africa Cup of Nations in 2027. So this coach has to deliver. He has to show that there is something that is up to. Remember, he withdrew Kenya from a 4 nations cup in Tanzania. That is Tanzania, Uganda, Kenya, and Senegal. He was able to withdraw them because he said the pitches are not up to standard. The conditions are not good. So everyone is watching. Even the pressure within his own technical team Yeah? Remember, players were brought in without his knowledge. That is Kenya for you. That is Kenya for you. Guys are crazy. Huh? And remember, he's going to play all his matches at a 60,000 seater Kasarani Stadium. The first game against Dr. Congo, he has to win. And his pressure is basically immediate. Leave alone these other coaches who have the whole season to themselves. This guy has the first game on 3rd of August to deliver something. He has to deliver. Nothing is gonna save his life, because the generation that we have in Kenya, remember, these guys, these Gen Zs, they stormed parliament. You know, they burnt effigies of the president. They've been singing songs against the president all there for the last 2 years. So who is Benny McCarthy? He's gonna feel the pressure, so he has to deliver. That is what we're talking about. So at number 6 is Benny McCarthy, and he has no space to spare. Now, this is a 2-part series. On the next episode, we're going to talk about the top 5. Guess who is on number 1? Guess who was number 2? Give me on your comment. Let's see if you think like I am thinking, because hey, you will not believe who is under the most pressure in world football. Now, consider subscribing for Kick on Sports, because we are growing this channel and it's making things work every day. Your subscription matters and your comments matters. Give me a like, share widely, and let's keep playing football, because hey, without pressure, nothing happens.